I don't really want to try to take up too much time today, right? But I was in a forum yesterday where, you know, I said real men do cry. And the three men that was in the forum found it, you know, bully time, and, tried to emasculate me and said that, because I said that, real men do cry, that I'm weak and that, you know, I don't have nothing to offer the world. And that, men who cry ain't men. It takes a real man to say to himself that, you know, it's something inside of me that needs to be fixed. And what might needs to be fixed is, this concept that real men can't be whole having emotions. Because I've been listening to all of this chaos and all of the chaos and, the disrespect. And it's like everybody wants to be respected, but they disrespect everything. And I just, for the life of me, I can't grasp it. And then we out here looking at our young children being, taken out of this world for the simple fact that they're wearing a hoodie. And the fact that these three grown men thought that it was hee hee ha ha funny, to emasculate me. But, I don't know if they really, deal with mental illness because, like, me and my mental illness and what I had to go through is that it's me, myself, and I, and 13 others. And anytime one of the most sadistic ones are trying to get out, all my electronics blow up. Back in the 90s, my TV, all that stuff would catch on fire. I wake up today, laptop I only had a year, says the battery is no longer operational. My Wiz camera that I bought off a TikTok shop no longer works. So there's something about some people inside of us. There are things that's in some of us that supersedes what other people may even have a grasp or understanding. And the funniest thing is that the opportunity to try to emasculate me because I say that, I'm in tune with, loving myself wholly as a real man to admit that I'm vulnerable enough to cry and be okay with it. Because the problem that we have is we teaching our men that it's not okay for you not to be okay. And that is the problem that we are doing to our men. Because we say that they can't have emotions, so they don't have emotions. We say that they can't be empathetic, so they not. They say that they don't need therapy, but they want somebody to be wholesome. And, again, I'm not going to take up too much time today with this because, again, I really felt like the other day when they was trying to emasculate me was like, I have a particular type of skill set, right? And one is that I could summon the dead and use the dead, but I could also use Enochian, which is the language of the angels. So my thing is that I really wanted to go like real gritty with it. Like, I have sent gangrene to people in their bodies for lesser stuff. And it really had everything inside of me not to turn that cruel switch on. Only because they thought it was hee hee ha ha to say that I'm less than a man because I say that real men do cry. But what they don't understand is that I had to cry with each one of my multiple personalities, right? And let them know that you don't got to come out and eviscerate everything in your sight because I understand that y'all are there to protect me, but don't destroy everything. And again, having the opportunity and the skill set to, do things that they say we can't do. I've been talking to the dead my entire life. So I can't help that I was born being able to communicate that way. But I also know that it takes a strong person to say, I'm not okay today. Not saying that tomorrow I won't be okay, but today I'm not okay. And it's okay to not be okay. And the world right now, y'all don't even understand. New age slavery is on its way. And the institution that's about to enact it, y'all too busy up here fighting with each other over stuff that's really not relevant. Because They not teaching our kids how to read or write. Our kids don't know how to read a cursive or even write a cursive. And we're fighting over ego. And sometimes you have to humble yourself to the universe and let go of ego in order to be able to say, you know what, am I moving with ego or am I moving with pride? So, again, I'm not going to take up too much time because I'm exhausted from being up without no sleep for 119 hours, and the first day I got sleep was on Saturday, so my body is recouping from no sleep for 119 hours. And not just hope for whoever might get this one little message. Don't let folly fool you. They fool you by training you with the lie. They fool you by keeping you divided. They fool you by making sure that you don't respect this and you don't give a fuck about that. But in life, lessons eventually come. And sometimes, but in life, lessons eventually come. And sometimes don't really care. But that friend that's brutally honest, they care enough to tell you the honest to God truth, even if it strokes your ego the wrong way. So all I gotta say is we gotta do better. We have to do something different than what we doing. Cause I'm telling y'all literally, New Age slavery is on its way. And if we don't wake up and start teaching our children when they not in school, because the schools are not teaching them anything. There's a little boy that be around here. He about 6 or 7. He can't write his ABCs. He can't read. Nothing. And for me, when my son was 4, I had him reading Carlos Castaneda, the teachings of the Way of the Yuwaki, the teachings of Don Juan. And everybody's like, why you got your kids reading stuff like that? Because I'm not about to fill his head with fairy tales. I'm going to fill his head with knowledge. I'm going to give him information because knowledge is always power. And it's just, again, I'm still going through the process of, not letting the monsters that wear my face act up because, again, I have the propensity for, being real cruel. And I wanted to say to them, man, if I'm a weak man, I'll be a weak man. But riddle me this. Have your mother ever tried to do something that set you off and you accidentally put a voodoo curse on your mama? So, if you accidentally did that, what do you think that I do to a foolish person that I don't know? And again, the things that we underestimate because we assume something is weak would be the most dangerous thing that you will ever come across. Because there are people out here that has abilities, like literally abilities. And I know for a fact because I have some. And all of my multiples have some. That's how come my laptop says it's no longer working. The battery is no longer operable. It's a year-old computer. My Wiz camera don't even work no more. Because when they trying to come out, they taking everything, all the energy around them in order to try to come out. And I know for a fact that I have fucked a whole lot of people up. So I really try to keep them down. And again, I'm just saying this to our brothers and let our sisters know, yo, they can't help what they don't know. But if you don't know something, investigate. Lauryn Hill had a song called Little Boys, right? And one of the lines that I love in that song is, would we rather see them dying or would we rather see them crying? Because they never had Bluetooth. A reason to be proud. So on that note, before I close, because I believe in harmonics and, music changed the way that we feel and we think, I want to, regale y'all with a song that's not out in the public by Lauryn Hill called Little Boys. Stay impeccable, people, because nothing is perfect, but everything is impeccable. Even your flaws, even the broken parts of you are impeccable because you are worth being worthy.
Something exclusive by Lauryn Hill. It's called Little Boys. Never heard this before. Don't ask your A&R or anything. You never heard it. Be easy. Shouts to everybody holding it down out here at All-Star Weekend. Shouts to my nigga Dollar Bill. Don't forget the album Street Sweeper Volume 1 on Violated Records. Coming soon by DJ K.
Before she say this first line, this is what about AI images, because my whole thing is, how can a young black man, how can a hoodie turn a young black man into a weapon of mass destruction? What becomes the little boys whose goals are bigger than anything in their reality? What happens to young men disappointed once again when they find out they're not supposed to grow? Did you realize become alive? Do they wither up and die when they find out they deserve more than they know? Hard. When they find out they've been used as a sacrifice for other people's gain. Matter what they say, it's the same shit every day. No one understand their pain. What becomes a little boy who make a little too much noise?
This one's dedicated to the ladies.
Would you rather see them dying? Had a reason to be proud.
DJ K. Slade.
If you laugh at a poor man and they can be poor anything, don't you laugh too much.
If you're trying to be rich, man, and I can be rich in anything, don't you take too much.
And if you need to be needed and you're looking for purpose, just remember, don't you need too much.
If you're trying to be rich, man, and I can be rich in anything,
Don't you take too much.
But many men have been drowned in conditioning.
Don't know their condition if they want too much.
So now the whole human race, from just a little taste, that's the problem with one take too much.
The setup, with your mind, won't you get up? The whole world is a hustle. Faith is just a muscle. You gotta use your hands and stuff. Something you need. See to believe that you had enough. Husbands, tell your wives they need to see yourself through your eyes. Stop that faking stuff. From the wise of the wicked one. And they can be rich in the thing, don't you take too much. Okay, I'm about to get out of here because, again, my voice is going through, I've been, not sleeping for 100 and something hours. But I want to leave you with this, right? So, what you see, that picture on my page is from Oliver Stone movie Zebrahead. And it says, I cannot say that I do not hate. It would not be true. But I do not act from hate. Not out of respect for me, but out of respect for you. Because at the end of the day, you're not disrespecting me. You're disrespecting yourself. Because you are showing that you don't have self-worth. Because when we be belittling and benign and, try to diminish another person to make ourselves feel better, it just goes to show that you don't feel that yourself is worthy enough. So that's why you got to berate someone else in order to lift yourself up. But see, ego going to get you one day. Ego going to slap right on up on you and get you one day. But again, we have to do better. Y'all don't pay attention to how we had our own towns, our own everything. And in order to keep us in a system of systemic racism and oppression, they burned them down and turned them into lakes and rivers. Right? And made you, young people today, feel that we never had an establishment. That's because they're not teaching you anything. And the reason why they want to take critical race theory out of schools is because they don't want their kids to know that they ain't, y'all already know what that other word is. And they don't want you to know that it's more to you than drugs, sex, and bullshit. Think about that. When I was coming up, we had hip hop, we had rap. Y'all got mumble rappers. I don't know what the hell they be saying. But I do know one thing. In the 80s and 90s, it was the war against drugs. Now, every rapper wants you to do drugs. Be numb. Be oblivious. Think about that. They pumping your heads to make you forget. And when you forget, you be lost. Be impeccable, people. Nothing in this world is perfect, but everything is impeccable. Even your flaws are impeccable. Even your broken parts are impeccable because you are impeccable. But people don't talk to each other with grace and humbleness. We want to be mean and cruel. Like we all mean girls up in here. And I look at life like this. I ain't trying to reach the masses because I know everybody ain't ready. But I'm a firm believer in reach one, teach one. So, again, be impeccable and think about the question. How can a hoodie turn a black child into a weapon of mass destruction, but they can disarm and keep a mass shooter alive? Why is that? Y'all not asking that question?